I'ma let him in. Cause I'm a worthy adversary. Orderly coalition with rosemary. It's time to grind and no time to tarry. Take on the mind, get your soul carried. I gotta worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They thick, they false. Gotta be cool, so end up in a real issue. Fuck with my brother, I deal with you. Yeah, look, it's getting real official. Seeing how the bitches can crush you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, your pillow tissue. Your mother's weak, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna ride out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. But I don't wanna see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I was rolling with a guy? Your little arms is too short to hot box with God. Fringes long, team stronger than a gun, I would die. Tired of these face hits, crooked names to oppress Jake. But pressure makes diamonds like I won't break on this crooked landscape. We gon' make some shape, so I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer, when we raise the crime rate. And they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state. In every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like the lost. I trust the cracker when I mix that squash. Listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and vibe. There's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. But I don't wanna see no more.
All right, Shalom is real. We're the ISUPK, started out on 1 West, 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahana. And y'all know what it is. It's another class, man. It's our Tuesday class. About brotherhood, okay? And our King, Yahushua, Christ, you understand? Yahushua Mashiach, Jesus Christ, what they call him in the Christian church, in all of the world, you understand? He died so that the brotherhood could continue. You know what I mean? He died for the truth. You know, and for that, man, you ever hear in the hood when something happened, something miraculous happened, somebody else helped you do something, or saved you, or something like that? Say, man, I owe you my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, say for instance, you know, you're in the hood, and some brother, I know this happened a lot back in my day. Well, brothers was getting jumped on left and right. You understand, whether you're in a gang or not. You know what I mean? And somebody would come in and help you fight. You're like, man, hey, I owe you, I owe you my life. You understand? We owe our king, or we owe him. We owe the Most High. We owe our king our life. You understand? And that's to keep these laws. You know, that's to be brothers to brothers and sisters to sisters and vice versa. Brothers to sisters as well, and sisters to brothers as well. You understand? So you ain't gonna learn that in no other place, man. The ISPK, the brotherhood in these four walls is unmatched. It's outstanding. You know what I mean? And before we start, we got the next upcoming food drive on March the 5th, 2021, from 1 to 3 p.m. right outside of our school doors. The address is 5261 Delmar Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri, 63108. You're gonna see us, you're gonna see all the food sitting right outside. Make sure you pull up and man, get that food. Okay, it's gonna be a lot. All right. So if you need, anyone else needs, somebody you know of needs, somebody don't have transportation and need, you can come get the food. You understand? We got more and more people, man, that's picking up for, a lot of elderly couples, you know what I'm saying, the people, people that don't have transportation, I had I had one that turned around and had the person on FaceTime. They was like, "Hey man, can I pick food up for my sister right here?" She was on the damn phone. You hear me? I was like, "Man, look, you turn that thing off and make room for your sister's food." But it was kind of funny, man. But people understanding that they ain't even coming with the jab. White folks say black folks is always trying to abuse something and get over on somebody and all that. Man, ain't nobody even knowing that. They coming and being honest. Like that one sister that with the little truck. Tomorrow the little, I think, blue truck. She the gray. Oh God, blue or gray, one of them. Damn, I don't know my colors. Huh? She turned around, man. She pick up food for like 10 families every time. I told her, she said, man, her name, she said, I'm being honest with you. These are I said, shit, put the names on that board and pull forward and get that food.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Like we know our people ain't got no cars.
Hey.
Of course, most of them on the bus.
God.
So I mean, yeah, if you out here picking up for other, and usually, especially when it's like that, they every time they come, they picking up for them same 10 people, them same 10 families.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you just randomly came up with 10 families. No, you know these people. Like, you live in a building with these people. Y'all take care of each other. Like, that's the purpose of this. Is our people helping our people.
Damn right. And that's what they are learning just by simply coming to get the food. They're learning that, hey, Commander Junior Hunter is helping his people. You know what I'm saying? Got us out here helping our people. And guess what? They gonna follow suit. They gonna see it, and they gonna do it too. And they already are. You know what I mean? They already are by picking up food for other families, for people that need it. You understand? Stuff like that, man. So make sure you are here this Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. It's going down. And it's like you can't take all this food we get you on no goddamn bus.
Right.
But we can, it's impossible. You understand? It was, did you see that one brother, I don't know if you remember, but he turned around and he said, I'm gonna get some of that food, bro. He said, well, man, I'm seeing how much y'all giving away. He said, I'm on the bus, man. He said, I can't take it. He said, you got a bag? Because he said us giving out all the boxes. You know what I'm saying? We had just whole boxes, putting them in. Man, yeah, come here and get the bags for the brother, fill them up. And he took as many as he could.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So, nothing, ain't no excuse. You understand? We ain't gonna let you have that. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, you on the bus line and you can't take no food. Man, look at it. Go in there and get that brother some bags.
Salakia.
Some bags and get them what they need.
Salakia. Them two sisters, they come with their rolling carts.
God, absolutely. I think one stayed right here.
Okay.
In the building right there. Yeah. And she always asks me for some for her grandson. She said, can I have some more monster cereal? She said, cause my grandson, he showed me turning the cereal up. I said, look, now hold on, how many more you want?
Right.
And we looked at some stuff. But yeah, and they always coming, you know what I mean? And they always appreciative of the food, And they always got some left over. And that right there is a blessing in itself because, I know at this time, in life where you ain't got no job, They done cut the stamps off. You know what I'm saying? They done cut the unemployment back. You know what I mean? Man, if anything lasts, you know, good night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, happy as hell. You know, so to see that food last for more than 2 weeks, like every time they come back, they saying, you know what? I still got food. You know what I mean? I still got food. So that right there, man, a whole blessing. You know, I thank the Most High, you know what I'm saying, for us being able to even do it. You know, because during the pandemic, you know, we're still in the pandemic. That's why even at the very start of it, man, the Christian churches shut all their pantries, man. And stop giving it. Like, how do you not take a chance catching a cold to feed the poor? I don't understand that. Go ahead.
Kalani, because you're a hireling.
Because you're a hireling. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. They ain't getting paid. They ain't doing shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The Christian church ain't doing a damn thing unless they get paid. You know, and, you know, this goes to show you, man. I mean, with everything that that I have been seeing since I was little coming about church. But if this time here, if this didn't show you, this pandemic did not show you that the Christian church is completely worthless, something is wrong with you. You need a head check. If you are still trying to go to a church when half of them is closed still, you know what I mean? Only a few of them open back up. You know, they was begging for members to send them money. When the members don't have no money, how the hell you want them to pay your bills when they need some assistance? You know what I mean? When they need someone to help, that's what you're for. You know what I'm saying, Pastor? That's what you're supposed to be for. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, they not. You know, they are for themselves. All right? And they showed you that when they told you to take them tithes and stick them up under the door. Matter of fact, he said, for you all that are unemployed, take them tithes and stick it up under the door. You understand? Now, I don't even know how the hell do you even do that. You understand? When you have no money. That's the basis of the tithes, according to your income. So if you ain't got no income, what the hell is you doing asking people for money? Sending them notice collections as if you are a damn credit card or something. You know what I'm saying? The church sends out collection notices. You behind, who was that, man? It was it was a story that happened. I think it was in Detroit. This was on the news where the family got to fighting the pastor because he didn't pay. He didn't conduct the grandmother's funeral because they didn't pay tithes, and it was somebody here. The woman, I mean, she was sick. How the hell she gonna pay tithes? And she in the hospital dying, and the pastor couldn't even. I mean, I'm sure the lady been paying tithes all her damn life. You know what I mean? The woman went to, I think, the same church her whole damn life. And she turned around and was in the hospital dying. And they denied, the pastor refused to do the family's funeral, all because the woman was behind in her payments. I said, good goddamn night. And that happened to her. Her sister had told me about that, with that happening with her mother. She said her mother had passed. And the church told her, sorry, we can't do it because your mama was behind on this bill. You know, that's dirty, man. That's dirty as hell. But, let me see, next announcement. We got Sharpen the Sword Radio, you understand, hosted by myself, every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Don't miss the show. All right, going down different stories every week. Let's see, what else we got? Any other announcements? I'll take me to wild on that. Oh, if you got any questions, comments, or want to listen live tonight, you can dial 712-832-8330 or 436-6260. And the access code for both lines is 825-1636. Alright. Alright, we got any questions online? Alright, no sweat, no sweat. We got any questions in the class? Alright. No sweat. Let's get a couple of these scriptures, man. Let's go over these brotherhood scriptures. 1 second. All right. Now you know the first. Give me 1 John 4:20. You know the first thing that the Christian church loves to talk about and always talk about is the word LOVE, and they have absolutely no clue what love is all about. You understand? Love is not sleeping with your brother's woman, because you know they do that in the church. Love is not being on drugs. You understand? You know they do that in the church also. You know what I mean? I remember old church I used to go to, up on Page and just past Speaker, where they got the liquor store and the hotel there. I seen the deacon. This was after church. This was on Sunday. After church on Sunday night, just come up out the hotel. He been in the liquor store first. You understand? He stopped in there and had to get him something. Then he went over in the hotel, stopped in there and had to get him something. Then he come out and high as a kite, standing there talking, I guess probably praying and prophesying over the sky. You understand? Sitting there high as a fool. And probably speaking in tongues and every damn thing else. I'm on the I said, God, the way they got the liquor, they got the hoe, and now he out there, he blessed, I guess.
Huh?
I guess he got sanctified. He was like Marvin Gaye said, let's get sanctified. I guess he went in the hotel room and got sanctified.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's a lot here. Like, I grew up and, they was telling us, at church, after they got finished, with the service and everything, when the people would come and sweep up the church, they'd be sweeping up roaches, not bugs. Like, we're not talking about outside the church. We're talking about in between the pews. Kind of kind.
Good damn night. Come on, man. Smoking in the church.
God, during service.
Huh?
I said during service.
During the service.
And most of, like, especially the females, those choir members and stuff, will keep their pistols in their purse when they went up to the choir stand with them.
They had the pistol in their purse.
Just in case something popped off while they was in the choir stand.
Come on, this is the house of the Lord. This is Jesus' house. What are you doing with blunts and ARs and 380s? You know what I'm saying? In Jesus' house. What are you doing? Good night. Come on, and you witnessed all that.
Oh, God.
That was the church you went to.
Oh, God, well, yeah.
Right. Now, I seen it go down, but I ain't seen it go down like that. You understand? Boy, you straight up in the hood church. You know how they sit up in the corners and church in the hood and all that. You was in hood. Yeah, he was in hood. Go ahead, Ward.
That's like off that movie, Don't Be Advantaged. They went to church, and the two greatest was fighting. Like, man.
Salaki, as soon as I saw that movie, that was the first thought I had was, I was like, you know what, that's just like New Jerusalem.
That was the name of the church?
New Jerusalem.
To do what the Lord wants you to do. Like those of you that realize that He wants you to give generously to His church. Don't ask no questions, just give the money. Hey, that was fun. Hey, but you know what? I always wondered, man. And this is no lie. I always used to say, why in the hell does everybody make a joke about church? Until I came into the truth and I found out that it is a joke. You know what I'm saying? It is a joke. You know what I mean? You got the people in there, the members are just as fake as all get out. You understand? The biggest hypocrites in the world.
Man.
You know what I mean? Biggest hypocrites in the world. Go ahead, Wood.
Like my cousin, he go to that church 70 by Maryland Expressway, like across from Dave and Buster's, that big church, Greater Saint Church, New Church, something like that. I went there one time. This is
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's it's off the side of the highway, right? I forgot that. Yeah, it's too big. It's a next to the old. Damn, I forgot what they had. I think it was. Yeah, and it. Oh my God, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, but I was there and it felt like a concert. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, of course.
Reading the scriptures. You know, what I mean? It's dark. Like they cut the lights off. So all you see was the pastor.
Cut the lights off.
It's like you got the people with the ties.
Turn off the lights. In the name of Jesus. Come on, like keep on.
You got people like ladies with dresses on walking around with ties placed, and the same one just kept coming. I'm like, sis, I just gave $5. Like, goddamn, like I'm on my whole wallet. Like, and she gave me a hug, like looked me up and down and kept walking.
Like this all you got? This all you got?
Right.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Like, man, it was
Hey, for real.
It was crazy.
Hey, go ahead, Woody.
They cut them all down and stuff because, you know, they have those huge screens up there so that the lights don't interfere with the screens because there's so many people. Like, a shepherd is supposed to watch out for the flock, right? There's so many people in there, they wouldn't recognize them on the streets if they saw them. So, being that there's stadiums, they'll never meet their pastor.
No.
But being that there's stadiums, people at the back or at the top levels got to see, so they got to cut down the lights. But then it's also a good effect with the, since it is a huge concert, and then they got the multicolored lights going everywhere, and the strobe lights, and then the disco ball.
Right, God, that's crazy. That is ridiculous. He said, "Turn off the lights." When I turn off the lights, I'm doing something else. I ain't praising Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up. Ooh-wee, I'm praising something else. Good night. Come on, man. They turned the lights out. Straight up.
Like his whole mission was he trying to get funds to build this playground and take the kids to SeaWorld. I'm like,
now you know what he trying to do. Ain't he a white pastor?
He used to be black.
He black?
Black.
Straight up.
2016? Yeah, he's black. Crazy.
Good night, man. That's crazy. Good damn night. Well, yeah, where we at, man? Give me that scripture real quick. Because love for Jesus, right? But like I said, the Christians in the church, they have absolutely no idea what love and what true brotherhood really is. Like you just said, Cabal, they don't even know their members. Like, they don't, they don't talk to each other. They don't speak to each other. They just, they might say hi and thank you, Jesus, praise the Lord, and all that, you know what I'm saying? And when the pastor tell them to say something to each other, turn around and touch your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, it's gonna be all right." And everybody turns to each other. It's like, it's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? All the junk is rehearsed. You know what I'm saying? It's all rehearsed mumbo jumbo, man. It has absolutely nothing to do with the Lord. It has absolutely nothing to do with love. It has absolutely nothing to do with brotherhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, I'll read that.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 20. If a man say, "I love God."
Stop right there. The Christians in the church say that they love God.
Right.
That's all they talk about, how much they love God.
Huh?
Yeah, they gonna get tattoos while they love God and love Jesus. If you love God and love Jesus, you wouldn't get the goddamn tattoo. You understand? You would not turn around and have the tattoo talking about you love Jesus. I know a sister, man, that got, and I say this being funny, but she went and got a life-size picture of Jesus tattooed on her back carrying the cross, man. She got seizure Borgia carrying the cross. You understand? Straight, I said, damn. And then at the event, the little cookout was, I mean, she was like to laugh and stop, like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Was just laugh, pointing like, oh hell, like look at this tat, like damn, she look like Allen Iverson with all the tats. You know what I'm saying? She, you know, it's crazy, man. That should be looking weird. You know, and it takes away from the side boy. Tattoos take away from the woman's beauty. You know what I'm saying? It totally takes away from her good looks. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is so ridiculous. Okay? It is so ridiculous. You understand? But if a man say that he loved God, keep going,
and hated his brother.
and you hate your brothers, how do the Christians in the church hate each other? What's one of the biggest things that lets you know that the Christians in the church absolutely hate each other? Go ahead.
Sleeping with each other.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Damn it. Hey, I remember when who said it was a comedian. Matter of fact, it was on wasn't it on that movie, the Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood, where he said if you want a free girl, go to church. Did he say it on there?
Salaki.
Huh?
I know it was Boys in the Hood.
Was it Boy in the Hood?
Shit.
Okay, I
No,
know.
it was on Crenshaw. He was like, the dude in the wheelchair, he was like, yo, y'all know where y'all can find a girl? And it was like, Crenshaw Sunday, he like, nah, church.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. I thought he said that on there too, though.
Probably did.
You know what I'm saying? I can't remember, but I mean, that's been like talk since I've been hearing it ever since I was going to church. Like, man, you want a freak, go to church, pastor daughter, like, pastor daughter.
Oh, fuck it.
Wait a minute, she sure enough is close to Jesus, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. You know what I mean? But wait.
Fuck it. In the church, they all know the PKs is the worst.
Man, I know.
The PKs is a whole class by themselves. You know what I mean? But that's just how it works in the church. Like, it's a known thing. You know what I mean? It's not like this stuff hidden. It's saying, you know, we not revealing nothing new. No, everybody in church know. The freakiest people in church is the kids and the preachers. Why? Because they got the same spirit that they daddy.
Man, that's terrible. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
Is he Harvey? Is he a preacher or he just Christian?
No, he ain't dead.
What's Salaki? Al Sharpton was, so anybody could be one.
Hey, man, you ever heard that clown?
Lie.
Oh my God, you wouldn't want to hear it. He sounds ridiculous. It was, what was that? I think, was it the George Floyd? No. It was somebody's protest that he went to, and he was trying to call himself trying to preach.
Probably was Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon, I can't remember which one it was.
Or Mike Brown. No, he ain't going.
No, I don't think it was Mike Brown.
Salaki, he tried to come up here for Mike Brown, and then they ran him off.
Yeah, they ran him off.
Because
Oh no,
we
they
tired
ran
of
everybody
crooks.
off. Him, Jesse Jackson, they ran all them fake preachers out of here. So y'all can go that way. You understand? They told him go that way. You know what I mean? Ran them cats up out of here. You know what I mean? I guess they had enough of Al Sharpton with the Trayvon Martin, the hoodie thing. I think he came here for that.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Al Sharpton did a sermon at the George Floyd Memorial.
Okay. It was one of them, man. He sounded terrible. You understand? He sounded terrible. You know, just like all the other ones, man. But that's true. Give me another one. Another way that you know that these preachers in these churches, man, and these members, they absolutely hate each other.
Salaki. They never correct each other. Like they'll see their brother or their sister in sin and they'll just let it go. Like that's the law. Like not to hate your brother and not to suffer sin upon them. So
Right.
if you allow them to stay and wallow in their sin and to keep doing it and to think it's okay, that's hatred. Like that's pure hatred.
Yeah. Correct. You mean up? What?
Celebrating pagan holidays.
Yeah, that's true. That's
They
true.
love
That's enough.
Christmas.
They big on holidays in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they love that nonsense. You know, you right. And ultimately they lie to each other. You understand? And if you truly love your brother or your sister, man, that's gonna be the last thing you do to them. Is lie to them and tell them that God loves you no matter what. You know, that is a lie. And you absolutely, they hate their brother. When they turn around and if they need, and I used to hear this all the time, and I go back to, you know, my upbringing when I was a child, because that's when, you know, I was like forced to go to church. You know what I'm saying? You had to go to church. You know what I'm saying?
Especially on Easter, Salaki.
Huh?
On Easter, you gotta go to church.
Oh man, you better. You with that new white suit on.
Ready
You
to
know
put
what
a
I'm
hat
saying?
on.
Hell yeah, you better go to church on Easter. You know, and turn around, man. I used to hear the very people that go to church on Sunday, right? And just love the Lord so much on Sunday. Singing and dancing and swinging everywhere. You understand? But then I would hear someone call them out the week and need something, and boy, a whole different monster come out. You know what I mean? I remember, you know, loan and money was a big thing. And I used to hear them, oh, I need money for my kids. What my kids won't eat if I give you mama? I'm like, what? Like, hold up, man, you can't help feed, you know? Like that's a problem. You know what I mean? And then it used to be just like, oh, I need ass in my car too. How am I get to work if I give you money? I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's like no brotherhood in the Christians, man. None whatsoever. They don't have it in them. You understand? And they don't love the Lord. You know, they absolutely hate God. You understand? And they hate their brother.
Right.
But if they say, man, say that I love God, hate his brother, keep reading.
He is a liar.
He is a what?
A liar.
He's a liar, man. You understand? Because guess what? You was commanded to love your brothers and your sisters. You can't just hate your brothers and your sisters for no apparent reason. You understand? You turn around and just hate them for, it ain't like, you know, say you had an actual legit reason, somebody robbed you or something. You know what I mean? And then you like, oh, I don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? They stole from you. Yeah, that's a legit reason. You know what I mean? But just to be hating your brother, just to be hating.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's Christianity all day long. That's what they teach. You understand? That's what they raise, a bunch of God haters. You understand? A bunch of people that hate Jesus Christ. You know, a bunch of people that hate their very own brothers and sisters. You know, but sing and dance and speak in tongues and do everything else on Sunday, claiming to just love the Lord. You understand? Nobody loves the Lord better than a Christian on Sunday. You know what I mean? But then you hate your brother, and guess what? You are a liar.
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I mean? Absolute liar. Keep on up.
For he that loveth not his brother,
Mm-hmm.
whom he hath seen,
Mm-hmm.
how can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
So do you understand that? Everybody understand that?
Yeah, right.
How you gonna say that you love God, right? I see you every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my brothers and my sisters every day. Even the ones in the world. You know? I see them every day. But then I'm gonna hate them, try to bypass them, and then go straight to the Lord. Hey, all I need is God. You heard Christian say that? All I need is Lord. Only God can judge. Right, only God can judge. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You know, only God can judge. You know, I seen a post. I think a sister said, all she need is God and her kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, but your man gave you kids.
Right.
How don't you need him? You know what I'm saying? How don't you need the mom to watch the kids sometimes? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or somebody else, you know, that has kids. Want to say, take kids somewhere that'll play, or bring them over my house that'll play. Y'all take a break. You know what I'm saying? Switch up. You know, we do need each other. You understand? And we should like love one another, man. Not hate each other like what these religions, you know, teach us to do. You understand? Go ahead, Ward.
It's a lot here, but like, it's just so funny to me how, like, I've never heard anybody say this phrase. Like, I've only heard Jake say it, but they can't live by it to say they like it takes a village to raise a child. That's brotherhood and sisterhood. Because you can't build up a family without brotherhood and sisterhood. But niggas just can't get into that. You better not look at your brother or sister's child too hard without them trying to jump down your throat. Like you about to run into the street. Yeah, that's a stop. Whoa, this is a car coming. Duh. Well, you yell that much? Like, that's our people are just so lost, and it's the Christian church's fault, because, like, you know, we as much as the Edomites did to us directly, like, it was still parts they couldn't break down in our community. But that Christian church, being that it is the religious arm of white supremacy, like it like Novocaine. It might take a little while, but it's gonna kick in. And as long as, you know, we separated from the Edomites, you know, before integration, but the thing we couldn't shake and couldn't get rid of was that Christian church, and that's what made us want to integrate, made us want to be more like them, and to do that, to be like the people who hate us, we had to hate us.
Yeah. For real. And you are absolutely right on when you said the religious arm. You know what I'm saying? Of white supremacy. They got several. You know what I'm saying? Several different arms and aspects to white supremacy. And that religious one got us worst.
That's right.
You understand? Because here it is, you know, you like back in the day when they gave the white Jesus pictures. You know what I'm saying? When they flooded the damn earth with the white Jesus. You know? I remember it used to be a little shop that sold like rugs and pictures and the shirts and all that, you know what I'm saying? It used to be right in the Sears building. And when they had so many pictures of white Jesus, man, and white Jesus on the rugs and all of that, you know what I'm talking about? Go ahead now.
So like, I was just riding down Chippewa and I seen the Catholic store. It had white Jesus and an arch in the back of him. Yeah. I'm like, good night, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But this was in the hood though. You understand? That spot you talking about was probably in the hood too. You know what I'm saying? Now, you understand? but this Sears building is in the hood, owned by Dagon. You understand? The Roberts brothers own the Sears building, the strip behind. Roberts brothers own damn near everything up and down Martin Luther King, man. They bought quite a bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them cats, them brothers, they own quite a stretch of land. You know?
That's a lot here.
Go ahead.
They ain't got not one shop with one of their people in it either.
Man, a lot of businesses ain't. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. They own all this stuff and then ain't even trying to let the
God.
but you know they didn't buy that for that.
Oh,
You know what
God.
I'm saying?
God.
You know, they bought that for this reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The son, I can't think of his name, but one of the sons, he ran for office, and he ended up hearing about the expansion of the Central West End, and he wanted in on that. You know what I'm saying? And they started buying everything they could around here, and like you said, still don't have our, you know what I'm saying, people, you know, in those businesses, man,
Right.
to build it back up. You
God.
know what I mean? They just bought it just so they could cash. They bought it for dirt cheap. You understand? Probably $1. You understand? They probably went around and bought the whole block for $1. Look at the all the vacant buildings, all the dilapidated damn buildings that's falling apart, bricks and roofs caved in and all of that. The ones that they done turned around and flattened. You understand? Man, come on. They probably bought the whole block for $1. You know, but you're right. And a lot of those the malls, I mean, they not even filling the malls up.
Wow.
You know, a
Wow.
lot of they not even, huh?
I said, wow.
They not even trying to rent. You know, just you know, and that's Christianity too.
And Salakia.
Go ahead, bro.
Like, right here in the hood, these two acres, according to CNN, have a $1 billion empire. That's how much their business is worth. $1 billion. See, so when we say they not, like we see it, like,
Yeah.
but when we talk, you know, people out there might not understand.
Right, yeah.
We not talking about no little chunk change, couple buildings.
Yeah.
These two acres own $1 billion empire, and the only people making money from it is Edomites and Arabs,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep.
Not one of their own people has and they bought out their people to get the spots. They the reason. See, these two acres are the reasons, are part of the reason there ain't no black businesses in that black neighborhood,
Right.
because they ran them out.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead, Wilson.
Our people fail to realize that loving your own benefits you. Look at
Damn
Chinatown.
right.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a Chinatown in every major city. Every major city. Why, it's hanging everywhere. Why we can't stick together? You got all these doctrines and religions that's dividing us, man. And we gotta be in this one body of Christ. We have to. There's no other option.
God, absolutely. And then we got those like the Roberts brothers that work for other brothers. You understand? Instead of their own. You know, that do like what you said. Will put, you know, the Arabs and the Edomites, you know what I'm saying, put their businesses in her. I'm sure they own all these knowledge. They
Salakia.
own all the, they bought all of it, didn't they?
God, they also own a couple TV stations.
That's what I'm saying. They bought, I think they own where KBC at.
God.
All the other store, why ain't they putting our people in them? That would be great.
God.
You understand? Now, I ain't saying do it for free and all of that. We ain't
Right.
talking like that. The business is business, right? If somebody had the money to set up and go in there, help them set up their business. You know what I'm saying? Make the damn black community black again.
Right.
You understand? Like instead of the Arab, I mean, what's that liquor store right there? Ain't them Arabs? That's the Arabs right there. You go down a little further, there's some more Arabs right there. Chinaman, good night. He all over this place. Dr. King. What's the other one? I can't think of the name of it. They all up and down here. Right here. What's the name of that place? The one right here. The one Chinaman place. Chop Suey or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Them, where else you go? Some old Arabs on Kings Highway. You know. Look, they even got the Chinaman in the Sears building, putting in the stereos and the TVs and the beats. You know what I mean? They doing that in there. They got the Arabs in there too. Running the store and the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Little spot. Let me see. They got the China people in the beauty supply and the Chinaman right next to each other. Ain't very many followers. They just put up, I think, a new barbershop in there. You know what I'm saying? The one place they've been taking pictures, that been there forever. I don't know who owned that. I don't know brother or devil on that. But that been there forever. You're right, man. It ain't no whole lot.
Good.
For them to own all this around here, there's not a lot of us in the building.
Damn right.
You're right. You are absolutely correct, man. You know, and that's terrible. Because, like I said, we could really turn around and do something if we had the right mentality. You know, but like you said, young man, with all these different religions, that stuff is separating, it's dividing us. Religion is destroying us. You understand? Chinese people, I have not seen them be so split. You know what I'm saying? Even if one do worship Buddha and then somebody else worship somebody else, I still don't see them divided like what we are. You know? I see it. Go ahead, man.
That's a lot. I mean, honestly, from what I've noticed, that comes down to fundamentals. Like, a Chinese man understands that he's a Chinese man, and there's no question about that. Now, what his religion is, whatever that is, that's a whole different situation. We arguing if we Israelites, if we Moabites, if we Moors, if we Christians, like that's a nationality. Like, we don't know who we are as a ethnic group. So religion just muddies that up even more. They can have their different religions because they all understand they're the same ethnic group, they're the same people.
Right.
We, on the other hand, and that's what people don't understand. The ISUPK does not teach or promote any religion whatsoever. This is about nationality, this is about culture, this is about heritage, this is about us saying who we are as a people, not a religious belief, not a woogity doctrine. That's our history book that turned into magic. That's not it. Like that is our history they're debating as a religious theory or fact. No, it's none of that. And that's where our divide comes from. It's because we've substituted religions that they've given us for national identity. And that's something all the nation has to struggle with.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. None of them do it. You know what I mean? Like you said, they all know that we won. We people. Light skin, dark skin, Arabs. I ain't never seen them argue. You know what I'm saying? Light skin, dark skin, Chinese. I've never seen them argue that. You know, go ahead.
So obviously, like, we have a self-hatred towards each other. They don't. You know what I mean? It's heavy what y'all bring up. You know people that do that. Oh, if you a Christian, you a Muslim, we don't like each other. I mean, just because you got a different religion, you gotta be bigger than that, man. We one race of people. But since you feel some type of way about our religion, now I'm just the type of way to enjoy it. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, cut you off. That's a self-hatred.
But well, here's the thing, though. This is why the Lord said never to even be in a religion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to do just that to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody else can get in whatever religion they in, and they still it's together as a people. They just go to this church, and this one go to that mosque, and this one go to this temple, and that one do. But when they come together, they are family, and they know. But us, we are the only ones that are individualites. You know what I'm saying? We are individualites, man. We still don't get it. You know? And then, Slocky, with all the horrible things that are happening to us, we should be able to drop that mess real quick. That should have been dropped long time ago. You understand? Like, we should have stopped being individuals, man, when our children was getting molested at the rate that they've been getting molested at, since they've been getting molested. Since we should have dropped individuality when our brothers was getting murdered at the damn rate that they was getting murdered at. You understand? We should have been dropped that a long time ago. You know, and should have been able to come together. You know, but man, we so damn destroyed. You know, we just don't even get it. You know, we don't. Go ahead, Warren.
Salakia. But that's why they allowed Martin Luther King to do exactly what he did. Because that's what his purpose was. And that's exactly what he did. He split and divided our community, and then before he died, he realized it. And as soon as he realized it and told somebody else he messed up, they killed him. Because he was about to stop serving the purpose that he, like, our people were still growing, our people were constantly still building communities together, pushing away the Edomite. And then all of a sudden, they got these groups that's just popping up trying to join in with them. And yeah, we got our own businesses. Like, I can't remember what I was talking about with this, but, you know, they were starting to march for equality when we were already equal. See, Edomites had Edomite grocery stores, we had our grocery stores. They had their movie theaters, we had our movie theaters. We had our schools and taught our kids, they had their schools and taught their kids. So now what do we have after fighting for equality? They got the businesses, they got the schools, they got the movie theaters, and we got to go to them for everything. So when were we equal? After or before?
God, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. Because we had our own everything, you know, and did not need them for anything, you know. And I mean, man, we was doing so much better when we was separate. You know what I mean? Man, we was off the chain. But give me real quick, go to Proverbs 17:17. Get a couple more of these truths. You still said it. What was last night? You ain't all this. I just said, getting ready to do it. All straight. That thing crazy. Do what it want to do. Go ahead, word reader.
Proverbs chapter 17, 17. A friend loveth at all times,
Your friend love it at all times. Keep going.
and a brother is born for adversity.
But a brother is born for adversity. You're man, like two brothers, man, they come up, say about the same age. You know what I mean? And you see them like man. I see my boy, man. They get up early in the morning, fight with each other. You know what I'm saying? Play. They like the Batman and I forgot what my other one is, but they play the little characters. You understand? And man, they good. They love each other. You understand? They born fat. It's all about your brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say about my brothers here in this truth, man. You know, my brothers in this truth, we closer than me and my brothers here in the world. You know what I mean? Closer than me and the ones I grew up, you know, what they say about dirt and mud with. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, sat down and ate cereal in the float, you know, had pallets and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all that kind of stuff, man. We ate pallets on the floor, 30 hours in one room. Oh, come on, man. Damn right. She was grandma, living room.
Lock your head to foot.
Come on, man. Everybody, everywhere.
Right.
You know? Yep, but guess what, man? Like I said, I ain't nowhere near as close as I am to them brothers than I am these brothers. You understand? Straight up. So, like I said, and that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be like that.
Should.
We all should be tight. You know what I mean? We all should be tight. You know, but that's why, you know, we just got more work to do, man. You understand? Give me 1 Peter 2:17. We just got more work to do. You know, to get this through your thick skulls, Israel.
Right.
That guess what? We are family, whether you believe it or not. And like you said, Kabal, you know, we got to sit back and argue who's who. Now you got to know, a lot of people keep saying that we're not them lost sheep in the Bible. Yes, we are. Because who else is having this argument? The Arabs ain't having an argument about I'm the Arabs or not. You know what I'm saying? They ain't, the Chinese man ain't having an argument about am I the Chinaman or not. The Russian man ain't having an argument of am I Russian or not. They know who they are. They know who they are. But us, we can't stand it. You understand? And then, real quick, and then to tell our people, I don't know if you've seen the camp video, but when you go to camp, we got to argue with our people more than anybody else.
That Manian cat, the dude from the tribe of Zebulon, he was heated. You told me you couldn't be with that white devil. He, what? Me? I can't, what? What are you talking about? That brother from the tribe of Zebulon.
Yeah, I was immediately a racist. Because I'm telling you that you're not supposed to insert your penis into a white vagina. I'm a racist because of that. When actually, I'm just telling you what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? And that's your number in the scripture. When it said, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You understand? And he's, I'm not coming over there.
Yeah. And the devil just sitting there like, you know, the white devil just like,
scared.
Man.
He was scared, man. He was cut.
Oh, yeah.
More so than anything.
He was hurt. Yeah.
He knew he wasn't supposed to be with that white girl.
Yeah.
And then when he heard that, you understand, he like, oh, hell no. This she was funny looking too.
Man, she looked like,
meth head looking like.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we get the trailer trash unless you got your little money. if you a ball player, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, or a rapper or something, you might get you a halfway decent looking white girl.
Yeah.
But boy, you just a construction worker, oh, you through.
Get about it.
You drive, oh my God, you drive Uber and Lyft. Boy, you really gonna get the dogs and the dogs. You know what I'm saying?
She looked like a hippie. That was she looked. She looked like the hippie. Like,
but they did both of them.
Yeah, they had them colorful shirts on. Like they just got high. I'm finna go get high.
Ebo was a what tribe you say, bro?
Zebulon. He's Panamanian, so that's water.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm not supposed to be with my white girl.
Oh, he was heated. I got him on camera. I had to get him.
No, you not.
That's lucky. That was when you was talking to James.
Right.
You was directly talking to James, and then he was like, hold. Calm down.
And so lucky, like, he knew. I think he probably watched that UPK video because he was like, you can't tell me nothing, man. Like, you know, you get reminded. This brother had to watch the UPK video. You know what I mean? Because he know we don't stand for that. He had to know that. Because he was like, he couldn't convince you that what he was doing right. Because, I don't know. It was like, he basically calling you stubborn.
He don't know he.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, man.
He don't know he just lost and just in love with that pound puppy he got. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Go ahead, I'll read.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 17. Honor all men. Love the brotherhood.
No, like the brotherhood.
Love the brotherhood.
Love this brotherhood, man. Like your life depend on it.
Yeah, right.
Keep reading.
Fear God.
You got to fear the Lord. Now, you know, that's the last thing that the church teaches any of their members, which is to actually fear the Lord. Like you heard them talking, man, you'll think God is somebody's damn best friend. And instead of being like what they say, the Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying? The Almighty God, all that, man. It don't sound like it. Not let them talk about, especially when it comes to Islam and how they claim you don't have to keep them. You can do whatever the hell you want. Not in his house you can't. You know, go ahead.
That's just proof of like there's no leadership in the Christian church. There's no brother. They tell you just do whatever God loves you. Where they do that at, man? Even in your household, that ain't gonna fly. You do what your father say do. Not he gonna chastise you. That's what God do.
Right. That's where we get it from. The Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go
And so I just wanted to qualify that scripture real quick with the beginning of that book. The 1 Peter 1:1. Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, Bithynia. Verse 2. Elect according to the foreknowledge of God the Father, through the sanctification of the Spirit, unto the obedience and the sprinkling of the blood of Jesus Christ, grace grace unto you, and peace be multiplied. So when it says honor all men, it's talking to the scattered. It's talking about the children of Israel. This ain't saying, this ain't for everybody. Like because out here in YouTube and everything, it's people that's not necessarily in the school watching. Just want to make sure you understand that even when Peter's talking here, this is a letter and it is addressed to the children of Israel who are scattered. So when it says honor all men, this is talking about Israelite men.
Right.
We are our problem ends up being that we honor all other men outside of Israel. We don't honor our own brothers. We don't love the brotherhood. That's why it goes straight from one to the other. Because to love them, you have to honor them first, right? But we tend to honor all other nations. We honor the Edomite man. We honor the Moabite man. We honor the Elamite man before we honor our own men, right? And this is what Peter had to write it. Like he had to write this down. Y'all gotta love each other. Y'all gotta honor each other, right? Because when you respect a man, that man treats you differently because you respect him.
Right.
And now, if he respects you, then you treat him differently because when you lose the respect, you can't love, let alone treat that person like a human. Right? So first you have to honor them, and then you have to respect them, then you have to love them. Why? Because you love yourself. You honor yourself. And if you can't honor your brother, you can't honor yourself, let alone Christ, let alone the Most High. Like, you gotta find that within those are demons our people need to fight within themselves. And that's that self-hatred that was taught to us by our oppressors.
Absolutely, absolutely. Finish that word.
Honor the king.
Honor our king.
Yes, right.
Y'all shine. Keep on.
Verse 18.
Oh, that was it? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get another real quick. Give me, go to Ecclesiastes. No, it's like Ecclesiastes 4, 10 through 12.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
One will lift up his fellow, man, his brother. You know what I'm saying? One fall. Hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Pick him up. Okay, go ahead.
That's what my pops used to always tell me. You never keep a man like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta love Israel, brother. He taught me that when I was high. I was like 8 years old, me and my brothers. You know what I mean? I had something happen with my cousin. We was teasing him. And he's like, no, that ain't what y'all do. I love Israel. You know what I mean? You don't kick him like that. He gonna do something. Put him on around and look, man, we got you. It's the brotherhood.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, also, you terrorize your cousins, huh? No, that's it. But, yeah, that's absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? Don't kick a man while he died. Well, you sound like old head, man.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that one in a long time. You understand? I ain't heard that one in a long time. You definitely got that from an old head. Okay? And Pop was correct. You know, don't kick a man while he died. You know, hey, he already died. You know, and that goes to show you that our oppressor, he owned his book, he owned it. He preach from it. He sell it to you. Got bookstores and everything else, boy. And this is the #1 selling book on all of the earth. But he don't reach in there and do none of it. You understand? When you talk about a man, kicking a man while he down, Hey, that's when the oppressor take full advantage.
Oh, God.
While you down, he
God.
can stomp you down a little more.
To nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Beat us all the way down to powder, man.
Mm-hmm.
The black man has been beat down to powder. You know what I mean? That's how soft we are, man. You understand? Is that we have been beat down to powder. You know? So we know that the oppressor, he ain't been in there and saw my brother in the street and looked at the people he been oppressing. You know, and that's how you know Martin Luther King, his theory will never work.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
that passive aggressive mess to show your oppressor your problems and your suffering, your pain, your hurt, your cry, your plea, and all of that, and then he's supposed to one day magically turn around and I guess you sprinkle them with some of that Christianity, you know how the pastors do their members, like they did Dylan Storm Roof, right? They sprinkled him. You understand? You see what he did in the church. They sprinkled Dylan Storm Roof.
And then he sprayed the church.
He sprinkled them too. He sprinkled them right back.
God.
You understand?
So like,
He sprinkled them right back.
Uh,
You understand? Go ahead, boy.
it's like it. Like the craziest thing is like the Edomites the specific ones, Amalekites, who stole it. You can see them using this. You can see them using these scriptures in their community right now. If you're an Amalekite and you travel anywhere in this country, you don't gotta know nobody. There's a quote-unquote Jewish community center. You got free room and board until you get on your feet. Now you got a free network on jobs. Let a nigger be move to a city. Every nigger in the neighborhood is trying to figure out how they gonna take advantage of him.
Man, I'm telling you.
Like and then with them and the way they do it, we see exactly what they've done with it. They've taken over banking industries. And people get so upset when you say that. Like, oh, they run the media and they run the banking industry. Well, it's the truth. If they own there's 6 record companies in the world, and they own all of them.
Yeah.
So who owns music?
Right.
Like there's 3 banks. There's 3 actual banks, and then all the Federal Reserves come from those banks.
Right.
They own those 3.
Yeah.
So who runs it's not quote unquote racist. These are facts. Like I'm sorry if the facts offend you,
Right.
but that's what they did by taking our book and applying what the Most High told us to do with it. And that's why we jealous of a people who are no people. Because when they apply our laws, we see what we should have been.
God, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy right there. And they do say that. They say for every known fact in the world, you understand, that we pull out about our oppressor, that's the first thing that they say is we are racist. You know, when we tell you that they are the devil, the Bible speaks, that's a fact. The word devil means like not ghost or red man that lives under the ground. Not the red guy.
God.
You understand? They do. He is that's just a fact. He lies about everything. Trip me out. I don't eat McDonald's, but he lies about how he sells McDonald's. He lied about how he sells food. All that I knew in order to sell it was it just had to be good. You understand? That's all I thought you had to do to sell food, not make a damn video. I mean, man, the production is like they put a movie out the way they do the damn commercial for they burgers and the fake ass hood. Go ahead,
That's lucky. They fries ain't even vegetarian.
man.
This
What are they fries?
okay. So what McDonald's does their fries is basically take potatoes, cut it, and then rinse to get all the starch off, and then they partially dehydrate them. And then they are rehydrated with a little bit of sugar to get that the crust on the outside, and beef stock. There's beef in the McDonald's fries. And then they fry them once, and then they flash freeze them, then they send them to the stores where they're fried for the second time.
Good.
So yeah, there's beef in the McDonald's fries.
In the fries. Good night. Yeah, he is.
God.
He is. And we ain't gonna go into nuts.
God.
You know, we ain't gonna go into that for our brothers and sisters that might eat McDonald's. I don't spoil y'all appetite.
God.
Oh man. Good night. Keep reading, boy.
But woe to him that is alone and he falls.
Him that is alone that falleth, man. You understand? What's some of them quotes? Trust no man. I'm a loner.
One man worry.
Me against the world. Boy, do you realize what you're saying? You know how you finna take over the world. You understand? Come on, man. It's me and my brothers against the world.
Yeah, damn right.
That sound like something.
Right.
You know, that sounds like something. Me and my brothers in the ISUPK, my sisters in the ISUPK against the world.
Right.
Okay? Guess what? My sisters get on your head too.
Yeah, right.
They got more than a whole lot of fake Israelites.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead, I'll keep reading.
For he had not another to help him up.
He ain't got nobody to help him up. And just think about it, man. Like a lot of, I mean, it's your choice whether you want children or not. But think about these people, man, that they end up dying alone. They got no family, you know, no children to pass nothing down to. What's his name? The Nobel Prize. What's his name? Alfred Nobel. Is his name Alfred Nobel?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But the one who made the Nobel Peace Prize, that's how it's even the prizes, because he died alone. He had hardly no family. You know what I mean? And he had no children. So what they took and did, they took his fortune, because they didn't have nobody to give it to. It was just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? And they said, well, we'll turn around, because he was an inventor. He invented the bombs. You know what I'm saying? What else did he do?
He's let's see. He held 355 different patents. Dynamite being his most famous.
Dynamite, most famous one. Now you know that. You know what I'm saying, was number one. White man was ready to blow up every damn thing he could. You know what I'm saying? But when he died, his money was just sitting. His wealth, everything he had was just sitting. So they turn around and they give out, you know, so much of it. You know what I'm saying? They talk about giving it out to the dome, right?
Right.
Is that what they do, or they just?
But it's sloppy and never gone.
I was gonna say he got a lot of paper.
Because it keeps on. So his estate grows, and like the companies that he founded, they're still in existence, and they still supply munitions to like the British military. So they're never going out of business. So the residuals will keep coming in. Plus, having that much money for that long, like just on interest, just sitting in an account it makes sure it never runs out.
Right, absolutely. I'm telling you, what they say, a meal gets you 100,000 in an interest. A meal, how much the interest you get on that?
Depending on like what type of account you have. Yeah, you could double or triple your initial investment in 20 years. So if you put $1 million in there in about 20 years, you can have $3 million. Well, when you deal with, I supply bombs to countries, you should do significantly more than a meal.
We're gonna have more than a meal.
Okay.
Absolutely, man. Keep reading.
Verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat.
Mm-hmm.
But how can one be warm alone?
Okay, so two lie together. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll see if you went in the movies I can't think of one in particular, but it was out in the snow somewhere.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no trying to cuddle up and get none. It was freezing.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And they huddled up next to each other and kept each other warm.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You turn around and you got your people right there with you, warm, safe, two of them. You know what I'm saying? You keep warm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But one, man, how you be warm alone? You know what I'm saying? You gonna sit there and freeze to death. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him.
Who, how many?
Two.
Two shall withstand him. You understand? One somebody run up on you and your brother. What's gonna happen to that one? I don't know what's gonna happen to that one if he approached me and my brothers in the wrong fashion.
Yeah, right.
Try to attack me and my brothers. I know what's gonna happen in that scenario.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? We got one guy on the ground. We need to be scooping him up real quick. Get him out of here. We can't. It's gonna be a closed casket. Just kidding. It's gonna be a closed casket. Go ahead, keep reading.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Okay, the threefold cord is not quickly broken. A lot of people, man, especially, you know, our people in the world, they don't understand, you know what I'm saying, how strong we will be. That's what that's talking about. You understand? It's a threefold cord. You understand? You turn around and weave that thing together, that damn thing is strong. You know what I mean? And if we will come together as brothers, we will be just as strong as that goddamn threefold cord. You know what I mean? To where we can withstand any damn the pandemic. You know what I mean? Just think about if all these other organizations will come together up under the command of Junior Hana and we brought all of it together and did it. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of the general, he feeding everybody all over the earth. Guess what? If they had their food brought in, and then they got their food brought in, and then they got, man, we feeding every damn body. Everybody that need to eat is going to eat. But when you trying to do it all by yourself, this organization want to do it by itself. This organization want to do it by itself. This, matter of fact, Better Family Life is giving out PPE today. You know what I'm saying? Bring that here. You understand? And we can give out food, PPE, gloves, and masks. You understand? The way we'll be safe for the COVID. You understand? Come on, man. Go ahead.
That's a lot here. Not just even organizations, but people. You know what I mean? Because let's be real here. I mean, you know, you got sisters out here that have gone back into selling plates. Now, if you had a network of a solid customer base, you could quit your normal slavery and just do that. We done found a way to be, you know, it's just in our people to hustle. It's in our people to find a nigga that's just broke and just is there, you know, they just flat out lazy and ain't nothing about them. It's not like they done tried everything. Because we gonna find a way to make it. But if we were together as a people, if our people understood what this brotherhood was about and came in here just to see, like, okay, we've been about here. We've been about here because us coming back together under these laws, statutes, and commandments, and us working as a nation. First off, if the Most High hadn't sent Christ back to crack the sky yet, the Edomites been kicked us out. Because you can't hope, like when we get together, that's why they have to burn down our communities. That's why they have to kill us and drive us out, because we get strong. Now we get strong and we under the law, statutes, and commandments, ain't nothing that nobody can do about it. Ain't nothing nobody can do to stop us, and that's exactly why they keep us like this. They keep us fighting each other.
Right.
Like harder than we fight anybody else. And then they have us so brainwashed we don't even realize. We was thinking these protests was actually about these young black quote unquote black men and women who was getting killed. Now they about a political campaign. I just heard about this other brother that was beaten in the middle of the street by the police. He's in a no, he just got out of a medically induced coma because he was a passenger in the car and he didn't have his ID. Where's the protest?
Right.
Where the people outside beating down? No, ain't no election coming up.
Right.
So those political groups don't care about your brothers getting beat in the middle of the street for not having a license as a passenger.
Passenger, man. As a passenger. And that's something, that's what you said, that, you know, that's something else, man, that I thank God about, is that anything that you may have encountered, think you're going to encounter, possibly will encounter, guess what? We got protocols for all that.
Yeah, right.
You understand? Look, I understand when you get pulled over, you get irritated, you know what I'm saying? That's me. I ain't lots. Cause I know I'm like MC Hammer. I'm too legit to quit. You understand? And when they pull me, I immediately get an attitude. You understand?
I was fried.
I got an attitude. I talk to the cops like I got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I had to get up. Damn, Jim Hyman.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
You know what I'm saying? Let me give my idea. I mean, I don't not do it, but I'm just saying, you know, I know you pulling me over for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I ain't gonna lie. I remember one time, what's that over in Illinois? Is that Cahokia? Yeah, Cahokia. No, not Cahokia. What's the one where the Walmart is? Right off of St. Louis Ave. You can go over the bridge.
So, is that?
That's not Cahokia right there.
If it's not Cahokia, I think it's Edwardsville. No,
it was.
I think that's Cahokia.
Google that Walmart over there.
Okay.
I turned around and I was coming from one of my contracts I had over there. And I turned around and I like hot pickles, right? I turned around and got me one and I was opening it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving with my leg, trying to open my pickle. You hear me? And so I slowed down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And here comes the cop. Pulled me over. I said, damn. And because I was doing the speed limit, that's what his reason was for pulling me over. He said, well, you know, we get a lot of drunk people. Yeah, man, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hurt. Like, get out of my face. You know what I mean? Because they're lying. You know, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They lie. They'll tell you that your license, not your plates is expired, but your tail light is out. They'll say your tail light out. They'll say your license plate light is out. You know, I mean, they use any and every day.
So Lockheed, I got one because my license plate light was too dim.
Too dim.
The light was on.
Yeah.
It was there. You can see it. Oh, it's gotten dim.
It's just old. I'm telling you, they hit me like that too.
That's Lockheed. It was either the Cahokia is the closest one to the river, but then there's one in Collinsville.
Collinsville.
Okay.
No, wait a minute.
Or Granite City.
Granite City. That's
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where they got me at. Granite City, because I had the pill in my leg. You know, they was cool. You know, we can do anything. We can do anything while we driving, walking, talking.
God.
We can do it all. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there, man. I wanted that damn pickle too, and I put that leg on that wheel, like this, trying to open the pack. You know, the pack thick as hell.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You damn near need scissors or a damn blade to open the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have that little easy tear in it. You know what I'm saying? On top of it. No, they don't want none of that juice to get out of that bag. And I appreciate that because I like the juice. You understand? But man, he turned around and said I was doing the limit. I was doing the limit. And that's why he shot me. You know? So yeah, grabbed my stuff, came back up. All right, you have a nice, and just take it easy. Just drive like I was before we stopped. You know what I mean? Then, you know, St. Charles Road, they good for you. Right?
God. Say that.
I'm coming from a contract one night and turned around, and you know right there about it, 7-Eleven.
Downtown?
Damn,
Slocky, Blackwood.
Huh? Yeah, like
Counter cop.
yeah. Man, I was dodging. I was getting tired of running over them damn thing.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm dodging them, right? I'm like, man, these some tens, but I keep them clean. You know, that was on my little car. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I turned around and I'm dodging them, man, going around. And they hit me. Whoop. It told me that my plate light was out, but then said, but why are you swerving? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait, which one is it? Am I swerving? Well, I told him, I said, come on, man, you try these streets just like I do. You know all them damn holes back there. And then when he ran, I still came back and said, oh, I guess you were trying to dodge the holes. That's what he said. And then you wonder why black people have an attitude with you.
Man.
Because you just stopping us for no damn
Then
reason.
then he's
Good.
like, oh, I'm just doing my job. Man, come on.
Man,
You ain't gonna be out here just harassing people, dude.
mm-mm.
God damn.
Not at all. But you know, like I said, man, you turn around and you'll know how to deal with them when they pull you off. You understand? Like I said, and that's something. That's another blessing, man. To be honest, to have some discipline and self control. You learn that when you come here.
well, right.
You understand? I had absolutely none when I was in the world. I ain't gonna lie. I had none. Yeah, you laughing, brother?
I
You dead
know,
shit.
I know.
I had absolutely none. None when I was in the world. You hear me? And man, that's one thing that, you know, said I love because, you know, all them different emotions and things I was feeling when I started learning the truth. I got that under control when I came here. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, man, it was kill Whitey and some everything else. You know what I'm saying? Before once I started realizing, waking up a little bit. But once I got in here, oh man, it was, you know what I'm saying? It's done right way now. You know what I'm saying? You know how to control. You take it out on camp. You know what I'm saying? You take it out at camp. And you go in and you blaze. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill Whitey. Okay? Don't do that. Okay? You come in here and we'll teach you what to do with that. You know, with that fire. Where we at? You done with that one?
Yeah.
Okay, give me Romans 12 and 10.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love.
With what?
Brotherly love.
Brotherly love, man. Keep going.
In honoring, preferring one another.
Okay, and in honor, preferring one another. Give me a couple more scriptures real quick. Give me I think it's Psalms 133 and 1. Let me see, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, give it to me.
Psalms chapter 133 verse 1.
Mhm.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Man, and guess what? This ain't no unity camp scripture. You understand? Because it ain't no unity in a unity camp.
Right.
And you see that with all the videos they got out.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't never in my life seen the purple guys go check and say nothing to nobody. But they wanted to get on that one old dude's head. You know what I'm saying? They want to get on his damn head.
Yeah.
You know? And then, what's his name? Gorilla, Monkey Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Looking retarded as hell out there. You know? Then they out there fighting in them damn things. That ain't, come on.
Yeah.
That's not dwelling together in unity.
That's
You know what I'm
logic.
saying? Go ahead.
Like the scriptures say, how can two dwell together unless they agree? And you got something in there talking about Yahuwah. You got something in there with the Ahayas. You got something there with the, you know, some with Yahweh, some with the whatever, different random doctrines in there. And it's supposed to be unity? How are you united and you don't believe the same thing? You speak in different things. How is that unity? That's division. Like, that's pure division. What do you?
Right. Absolutely.
Unity is get over whatever kept you apart. Come back to the ISUPK.
Yeah, right.
And follow orders. What are you talking about? That's unity.
Yeah,
You only reason you got your own group in the first place is because you couldn't be faithful and you didn't want unity. You wanted to follow what you wanted to do, so you went and made your own group. If you want to unite and you want to be one nation, then you come back to where this all started, and that's in the ISUPK.
Damn right. Damn right. In the ISUPK, where it all started at.
Damn right.
And where it's going to end at.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? I don't care what group you make up. I don't care what unity camp or whatever camp that you come up with. That is ridiculous. Look, even a young man, though, you understand? These cats have been out there so-called doing this for years. But the young man know that all of that doctrine is keeping us apart. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn around and we can't live by nothing else other than what's in his Bible.
Right.
You understand? When we try to, we go off. You know? And that's just the end of us. And there goes everything. You know, because we're straying away from our morals. You know what I mean? So many brothers wouldn't be sleeping with other men's wives. I mean, you can have your own. Do you even see all the single women that I see?
Right.
Like, come on, man. But then you bypass a single sister that ain't nobody dealing with. She ain't been with nobody in a long ass time. And to go get with somebody that just got out of bed with her. You know what I'm saying? To go to work in the morning. Like, that is crazy. That's a preacher. As a matter of fact, I turned around and y'all know I be watching my court shows. I'm watching Judge Mathis, right? And the sister and the brother, you know, sister took her ex-husband, boyfriend, whatever the hell, her ex, right? I hate to even hear it. Ex sounds dysfunctional. You understand? It sounds dysfunctional, man. But and she was dysfunctional, might I add. But the sister, I mean the brother, when it was time for him to talk and give his complaints, he started complaining. She claimed that she had went through his phone, found out that he was talking to another chick, right? So he was like, well, y'all, I went through her phone and found out that she texted the pastor. They going back and forth. He said, she was like, that's just the pastor. He said, but how every conversation, everything he's saying to you is, oh, beautiful. Beautiful this. Oh, just keep looking beautiful. You know what I mean? And you could tell by the look on the sister's face that she had been with the preacher. You could tell by the look on her face that she was with that preacher. And then he said, Yana, he said, I wanted to go see the preacher. He said, I wanted to go find out what's going on. And she wouldn't. He said, no, why would I let you do that? That's the past. You know what I mean? And he said, you see, Yana, you see what I'm saying? And he said, yeah, I see exactly what she said. She preferred pastor over you. You know what I'm saying? Judge Mathis told him that. And man, you should have seen the look on that brother's face, man, how it made him feel. You know what I'm saying? He was just like damn, like, you know what I mean? But that was the truth, though.
Right.
That was the truth, though, man. You know, she actually preferred him over you. You know, because you shouldn't even be talking to him. You understand? Especially not no, hey, beautiful.
Right.
You know, hey, gorgeous. Hey, baby. You know? Oh yeah, all the sweet nothing. You know? When, you should know. You should be telling your man, baby, pastor's texting me down there for me. You know what I mean? Tell me for you pick the phone up, call him, tell him to call him more. That's how a real sister will handle that. You know? Ain't no man just texting you or calling you out the blue for no reason. Go ahead, Ward.
That's a lock it, but that's exactly why these pastors ain't worthy to lead in our communities. Mm-hmm. They're not men of honor. Because here's the thing, if you got something you need to say to her, really, and there's nothing like related to a business venture that you directly have with that person, you should be running that through her husband. Like, that's why the Christian church is so full of women, because they keep separating the men from the women to make it easier to prey on the women.
Right.
So, if they had any type of honor or any type of dignity, the first thing is, well, why ain't your husband here with you? You here? Yeah. Bring your husband. Why he ain't here? Bring him. No, they don't want that. Just bring your money.
Right.
And sit on the front row and wear the shortest skirt in the building.
And bring your booty. You know,
Right.
That's what they worried about. That's what they focused on. Okay? Go ahead, brother. Read me that scripture.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue, man. You understand? And guess what? We're going to make sure that thing continues.
Right.
You understand? Hey, that's all we got. Is this brotherhood. Is each other. You know?
It's
Go ahead, bro.
it's a beautiful feeling, man, to know his brothers out here going through something similar to you, or probably worse, and y'all all dwell together and talk it out like man. That's a beautiful thing. It don't get no better than that.
God.
And I don't see why would anybody even want to join another Israelite or fake group, because we the only real Israelites.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean? Like, why would you want to leave the original for a knockoff? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on, man. It just don't make
Yeah,
sense.
right. Damn right, huh? That's like you going to the mall to buy your clothes and then switch up and start going to the flea market.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, in the flea market, it look like China got real good with the clothes. Because back in the day, man, well, you'll get laughed at wearing some flea market clothes. It looked like it. So now, man, hey, you playing right on it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about this truth. They don't blend it in with them. You understand? They stick out like a sore thumb. They stick out like a Ubu tag. You know what I'm saying? Not Fubu. Okay, the Ubu version. Alright? They stick all the way out and you can tell. It's just something about them, man. It just don't seem genuine. You know, before I came into the truth, I had to do my research. You know what I mean? I had to look all them groups up. You know, and man, I was like, man, and it just didn't feel the same. I ain't get the same view. You know what I mean? I didn't see what I saw in her. Like when I saw it, I saw greatness in her. I saw strength. I saw warriors. I saw, you understand? I saw the one body of Christ. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I have been to a couple of fake Israelite classes. You know what I'm saying? And it just, I just didn't feel the spirit of the Lord in the places. You know what I mean? It just was off. You know? It was off. You know, until I came in here, man. But brotherhood must continue. And it is. Alright? And what time we at? We're a little over the time. Alright, we got any questions? You got any questions on it?
Nah.
Well, with that, Shalom Israel.